Okay, good morning. Good morning, Mr. Joshua and Ifowoshe. How are you doing today? Good morning. If you can hear me, do let me know by responding in the chat section. If you can hear me, you can type in the chat section so I get confirmation that the audio is good to go from your end, right? Okay, I can see you said good morning, sir. Just a quick confirmation. Is the audio good to go? Is it loud and clear for you? You're the first person to join us, and then hopefully others will join us in good time. And as usual, we are here to talk about the market and, of course, how to make money, how to make pips from the market at the end of the day, right? So as we are going to be diving in, right? Okay, beautiful. You said crystal clear. I like that. Great. So as you said crystal clear, that means that we can begin to forge ahead, right? So as usual, it is a pleasure having you here. It's a pleasure having everybody here. For those that will be joining us sooner than later, it's a pleasure having them here as well, right? It has been a good and awesome week, right? And in as much as we might not have gotten all the pips that we wanted for this week, we still have our accounts intact. And that's one key thing. That's one thing that is very, very important. Our account should be intact at the end of the day, meaning that you should not crash your account, even if you are not going to grow your account. That is very, very key. I can tell you for a fact that a handful of traders, especially some that I've spoken to, they have crashed their account this week. They crashed their account based on the high impact news that came out this week. You remember, we always talk about high impact news. And of course, at the end of the day, this is what we do. This is how we trade. We give you the step-by-step procedure of how to look at the market and how to take advantage of the market. Yes, indeed, the market, the chart is like a book, is like a language. Once you understand the language, and of course, you can take advantage and benefit from it, right? So as usual, please, before we start, you can also help us to post the link on your WhatsApp status or your Instagram or Facebook or Twitter, and let's get more people to join us, right? And also, hopefully, those that are supposed to be here will join us sooner than later, and we are going to be waiting for them patiently, right? So now let's continue what we have. Beautiful. I can see people are joining us now. We have Casey that just joined in. Great. So let's dive into the charts. We want to look at the chart strictly, want to focus on the chart and see what we can make out of the chart at the end of the day, right? So this here is the chart, right? Our chart window area. And if you notice, these are still the charts that we had some markings on from yesterday and also some markings that we had throughout this week as well. And one thing I always tell traders that when you put up your markings and then you see price, this was how I was able to become a better trader. When I put up my markings based on support and resistance, and then what happens after? You notice that price does what? It reacts to the levels that you have drawn. More than 90%, more than 80%, a very high percentage, you'll notice that price is reacting to the levels. What does that mean? That simply means that you are doing something right. And as you are doing something right, it means that you can take advantage. Yes, indeed, you can take advantage. Quickly, let's cross over to the charts. Let's cross over to the calendar. Let's look at the news that we have coming out today. Don't forget we had news that came out this week, but let's look at the ones that we have for today especially, right? This week also is gradually, I repeat, it is gradually coming to an end. Yes, today is Thursday, and before you know it, tomorrow will be Friday, and then Friday, the market closes, right, for the weekend, right? And if you remember, on Tuesday, we had the CPI that came out to the US dollar, and of course, we noticed the volatility on that Tuesday. And then Wednesday, yesterday, we also had the retail sales for the US dollar. We also had the pound that came out with the CPI. These are key data for these currencies here. And today being Thursday, what do we have? we have the